sleeves, it's like contoured like to the skin almost, but there's enough of a like when I wear tight shirts, I feel like I'm getting like cut off sort of, but like loose ones sort of just get in the way. But these are really like I feel like they'd rip easily, but they don't. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it has a little texture to it.
Yeah, they're the best things I've worn under my jersey ever.
When did you? I guess that came out not so long. When did you pick that one up?
6 months ago, at the beginning of the last season.
Last season. Where'd you go to buy that?
Pretty sure I went to Dick's.
Dick's. Yeah. Is that where most of you guys, if you need to buy some for baseball, is that where you're going?
Yeah, that or Dunham's.
Dunham's as well. Do you gear up at a specific time? Do you go like, January, February, we know season's coming up, we're going to go buy it?
It still stays.
Okay.
It's like that kind of bag.
Okay.
So as far as long sleeve versus short sleeve, what are you guys primarily wearing?
Long sleeve, but actually it's only because I'm a pitcher and I like to have something under my own.
It depends what the jersey is. Like last year we had vests, and I'd wear just like the regular. We had a Nike Combat kind of like skin tight shirt, and I'd wear that.
Okay.
If we had kind of sleeve jerseys, I'd go like long sleeve, but I'd probably roll more.
Okay. Are any of you guys, besides rolling over, any of you guys cutting your sleeves?
I cut it off my left arm, and I just wear the right arm.
Okay.
I usually just wear like a long and then roll it up to like cover the elbow so you don't have to scratch.
Okay. So if you went out to the store and you saw something there hanging that's going to be, obviously the sleeve's a little bit short, it's meant to be like a 3/4.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd be interested in buying?
Yeah. I like the tight 3/4 ones.
Okay.
It's still on my arm, but 3/4 like I used to wear like a tight Under Armour and then just roll it up to 3/4 because I kind of like just having like my forearm kind of exposed. It just feels better, and I don't like being curled up.
So if you saw this, hanging on a rack, would you understand, that it's a 3/4 sleeve? It's kind of geared for baseball. You don't need someone calling out saying 3/4 sleeve. You just kind of get it. Okay. What about the white body versus the gray? Assuming the sleeves were your school colors, do you feel stronger one way or the other?
I think white looks better, but gray is gonna get less dirty.
Doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter.
Under the
White. Okay.
Are you only buying one each year? Are you kind of buying one and you're going to try to make it last for 6 months, or you're buying a few of them?
I like that. Not like I just like seeing it.
The piece or the dry shape?
No, that. Yeah, I just like having that. Like it's sort of out of the question, but not out of the question, but like not related. But I like the a lot of the T-shirts. I think I'm wearing one out.
The tag, the one that has a little,
I like it. Like for no reason. Like
Engineered to the exact specification.
yeah, like it just.
So what does that mean to you? Why is that?
Sort of like feels like I'm getting like the best. Like when it says like engineered to the exact specifications, like I'm getting the best. But not. I just don't like the MLB kind of thing.
So you don't like the logo?
I mean, it's not going to deter me from buying it, but it's not.
It's not going to make you think. So to you, what you have on your shirt there is actually stronger, and it sounds like the rest of you guys all. The Nike swoosh is sort of the first thing that tells you about the quality of what you're going to pick up, and then those other ones kind of step down.
I think like the MLB thing is like if there was like a high school symbol for I guess like a high school MLB thing, I think it'd be fine, but like it's not. We're not in the MLB, so.
Like how
So does it seem a little poser-like if you to wear something that has MLB on it? If you see that, you kind of like, doesn't really relate to me, or?
I think if you're playing in a game and you have it on, I know for some gloves you can't take it off, it's on there, but it's not like it's prohibited, but it's. It doesn't really do anything.
So when you guys were a little younger, like maybe say 7th, 8th grade,
That had a big effect.
would it have been a little bit bigger? Like when you're in high school, you sort of have a better idea of what's what you like and you don't like.
No, when I was younger, I was like, I need to have this.
Anything that's MLB, you would probably.
Yeah.
Because your comment about the high school is interesting. So it's really, and I don't want you to put words in your mouth. So tell me if I'm totally wrong, but it sounds like it's if you know that we've kind of designed something and it's meant for the best high school players. It's for you guys. It's Nike. It's you guys are kind of the target of that. And to you, if you think about your friends and your other guys who you know are great players, but they're your age, that sounds like maybe it's more important than whether or not a guy in the guy in the pros is wearing. You feel like that's more relevant to you guys. And is that accurate?
No, that's definitely
kind of what I didn't say it very well either. So no. Sometimes it's hard to put into words, right?
Yeah,
I mean, kind of what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So I'm gonna pass this around and just
Yeah, especially on the side, like of the leg. It's like when you slide, you just get like straight down
Yeah.
on the side. The problem with me is I'd always get like chubby.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think the padding is in the right spot there for me.
I like that the thing for the cup isn't that big, because I wear a cup, and like everything is like huge, like no cups can fit in any of those.
Yeah.
Like they're all way too, the things are way too big for the actual cup size,
Yeah.
so.
So, and that's a good question. Because are you guys, if you have one of those, are you still gonna wear a jock for that reason, or are you gonna put you're gonna try to?
I just put them in, like,
Okay.
I think because like I agree, like they're too big, so like I do have to wear a jock strap. But I think that like the sliding pant, like I wear it in Under Armour, it's pretty comfortable.
Mhm.
Like, I've had it for like a year, or a little over, but I can't really even feel the jock strap. So
Okay. We're definitely working on trying to add more support there. We hear that a lot. And the whole intent is so you can put your cup in there. You don't have to have another layer on. We want to keep you guys light, so that's definitely something we're working on.
being a pitcher doesn't matter.
So what about this? When I hold this up, what do you think? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see something like this?
what is that?
What's going on with the knees?
well, I actually kind of like I like the idea that it would like protect you, like because obviously you can slide and you get scabs and that's like a pain.
Just off the bat, like it's not the right place. The
Yeah,
knees.
Well,
When you it's
Is that for like ground balls or like sliding?
it's for so it's for sliding. So this was created basically for Rollins, he was actually wearing knee pads, like real bulky knee pads, because he was just getting torn up all the time. And obviously he's a speed guy. He's head first sliding a lot. So the thought was, how do we add some protection at the knees? If you feel this, I mean, it's pretty thin. It's not super bulky, but just to add a little bit layer of protection. You still have the protection on the side. That gray fabric is what we put into a lot of our football pants, so it's really going to provide less friction, but it's also going to provide protection there as well.
I don't think it's enough for that.
Don't think it's enough?
But I think these would definitely help, for sure.
Yeah.
I never really realized that you get your knees cut up. But I remember like I've done that maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Those are painful.
Yeah, and they're hard to heal because then you slide again and it just tears right back
Yeah.
up. So that's
Especially if you're going back into the base like when we go.
the problem. Well, not like the problem, but like the problem with getting stuff on the knees. I've never really got anything on the top of my knee or like even like the kneecap. It's always the little portion right on the
little
side.
bump right there on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the bump on the edge, but like right above it.
Okay, right here.
This little patch. It's I mean, it might cover it, but I wouldn't buy this just because to expect it to cover it.
Yeah. So maybe it was wrapped around a little bit more coverage.
Um,
Would you consider it?
well, coverage in like if you cut this here and then shift it over there,
Yeah.
like so it's more a little on the
Yeah.
outside.
Okay.
Or have like a hole with like a it's like a donut shape almost.
For the knee. Okay. So when you see that, I mean, if you saw that at Dick's Sporting Goods, do you think that speaks to baseball, or would you say, I don't know, what is this thing?
Yeah.